Welcome back on board, people. Welcome back on board. First off, let's ensure that you're fully on board, that we got you checked in. Do that by hitting the subscribe button, like the video, or don't. That's fine too. Instead, tell us why you're not liking the video. How we could improve this experience for you? So we'd love to hear that too. Comments and feedbacks are welcome. We're back on our journey, on our chess beginner's journey. So yeah, let's get this show on the road. We've done all the housekeeping, guys. So you should now be able to see my screen. As you will have known by now that I use Lichess. I know there are a few alternatives there where you can play chess, but I prefer Lichess just because I like the layout and I also like the color coordination. I am aware of other platforms like chess.com, but this is what we're going with for the meantime. And again, if there's one that I'm missing out, guys, do let me know. We're looking to make this the best experience possible for you all, right? Because this is quite the journey that we're in, and hopefully we all get to learn and get something valuable from this. So I think it's time we get to the most exciting part here. So we will now be checking out our opponent. As always, I prefer the 30 plus classical mode. As you will know by now, I'm most overthinker, so I take quite a while, right? And if I go for a shorter game, then I'm pretty sure that my time will run out. Timekeeping is one of those challenges for me. So 30 plus is definitely the best option. The 30 plus 20, I think that'll probably just be way too much. If you add all the time up, we'll definitely be here for possibly nearly 2 hours. And we don't want to do that. Alright, so here we go. We found our opponent. Better Biscuit. That's quite the name. 12. Oh, he's aborted. I wonder why he's aborted. He had a rating of 1263. I didn't take that long to play. So, I wonder why he aborted. Okay, never mind. Let's find a new opponent. The tab just switched here. Why, I don't know. I hope you guys are getting sound. Let me know if you guys are getting sound through. Hopefully you are, because we are live, or we should be. Okay. Let's give it another go. Let's see who we encounter on this journey. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, so okay, let's see. Okay. So my turn to go. We're playing someone with a significantly higher rating than me. So, Candelar, I think is how you pronounce this person's name, and their rating is at 1429. They're aborted. I'm guessing they don't want to play someone with a lower rating and then, risk losing the match and losing some extra points. So I think they've aborted. No worries. Let's go back to the main screen. Let's see if we find a worthy opponent. They all seem to be chickening out. Let's see what surprise we get. Hopefully we get a good matchup, guys. I think there's some live games happening here. If we look to the left, bottom left of our screen, yep, seems to be. But never mind, we got a game of our own going. Okay, so we got a guy with a or a gal really with a Similar type of rating, so let's see how this unfolds. They've played pawn to e4. We've gone with the Sicily opening. With pawn to c5, they've played bishop to c4. And now it's our move. Okay, we will play knight to c6. This seems to be a move that has worked for me in the past. Following up, once I go for Sicily opening, I've noticed that the move that I am more likely to play is the one that I just played, which is the knight to c6, just here behind the pawn. So, yeah. Let's see how that works out for us. I think I should, you know what? Let's issue a threat here to the bishop on c4. Let's see what he plays. Not quite the aggressive start for myself, but let's see if we can cause an error. If we can make him act, irrationally and make a mistake early on. Also, one of my aims for this match is to keep better time. As I mentioned earlier, right when we first started the stream, I seem to lose a lot of time when just before making my first move or before making moves. So that's an area of the game that I'm trying to improve. So let's see how we do. Okay, so he's retreated. We will now push the pawn to a6 to make the bishop think twice about ever occupying the space here on b5. Okay. I think we will take in this case, although I fear that yeah, I don't want to do that. So yes, we will take. I think. Should I take? Should I take, people, or should I just pass the pawn here and limit further the space of the bishop here on e2? Or would that be a mistake? Because I'd be giving up a lot of ground on the center. Yeah, so we'll take. We'll take here on d4. I suppose he'll take with his knight here on f3. Yeah, and that's exactly what he's done. So our move now. Okay. Yeah, he's also made it so I can't move my knight here to c6. Well, I can, but then that'd be yeah, it wouldn't be the best move for me. So what should we play next, guys? What should we play next? I'm very tempted to try to kick. But we won't do that. I was very tempted to play pawn to e5, but we'll play pawn to e6 instead. Let's try to keep it tight. We also don't want to be so open. Or too open. Okay. Let's play pawn to g6. The idea here is to move my bishop so it can play a bigger role here on the center of the board. I believe the move is called fianchetto. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. Okay, he's made his move. So he sort of retreated back. But we'll carry on this plan. We'll play bishop to g7. Okay. He's played his bishop to d2. Right. I think this is a good time to move my knight to a more central position. Here with this move to from my knight to c6. It will make sure they occupy more of the center. So we'll oversee here e5 and d4. We want to make sure that our pieces are occupying the most strategic and important spaces on the board. Okay. So it's our move now. Yeah, I also want to develop my knight here on g8. But do I want to block my bishop here? Let's think about the best move here for me now. And yeah, we don't want to do that. So on that note, we will move the pawn up here on f7 to f6. Also, hopefully, create some coverage here, and in case the knight wants to go to g5, it won't anymore because of the threat of the pawn here. And the next move, well, my rationale for the next move will be to then move my knight here to e7. So it could act as some sort of protection for the knight here on c6. And obviously the squares here on f5 and d5. Okay, so our move. As planned. Knight to e7 will also give me the opportunity to castle kingside. Okay. So now if I Well, I know I won't. I know what we'll do. We will, yeah. Let's kick the bishop here on d4. Also, let me know, guys, in the comments what move you would have played, how you think the game is going so far, if you would have played any differently, how I'm playing. You know, give me an assessment. You know, pardon me, of how you know, of what kind of player you guys think I am, right? If you have like a profile in mind, where would you place me? Okay, so he's retreated with the bishop to b3. Okay. What should be our next move here, guys? What should our next move be here? Hmm. Yeah, I know what our next move will be here, guys. We've been meaning to castle, so let's finally go ahead and do that. Do we actually want a castle, though? Yeah, I think we do. Let's castle, guys. Let's make sure that we avoid any unpleasant surprises. I think I'm also doing a good job of keeping my time. You know, famous last words, but I think I'm doing a good job of it. So far. We'll see how long this lasts for. Well, my opponent is doing a much better job than I am. And he started the game, you know, with white, so yeah. But also, let's keep into account that I am also, you know, letting you guys in on my rationale, that I'm narrating the game as well from my perspective, so, you know, let's give me some credit here, right? If I deserve any. Okay. So he's made his move. How do we want to proceed here, guys? I think we need to be, I think at this point I need to be very, very careful. Because I may be getting set up. Does it pose any danger? Right, yeah, if he gets, to d6 with the bishop here on, f4, that may cause me some problems. So what we want to do is we want to move. Do we want to? Yeah, we want to move the pawn up here to d6. Wait, do we want to do that? Because he could just take. I just saw it now. He could just take here with the bishop. And then he'll have the queen backing the bishop up. So preventing me from taking it with my queen here on d8. Yeah, I didn't think that all the way through. I did not think that all the way through. Good thing he didn't see it. So, okay. How can we make sure that we don't fall for that mistake? Hopefully he still hasn't seen it. Can I bank on him still not seeing it? Because there is no way that I can prevent that right now. Yeah, and he's already making way here for the bishop. His long game is to definitely keep my king here in a possible pin situation. So we will move the king to h8. And hopefully that also distracts him from what's happening here on d6, from this developing situation. Hopefully we've been able to distract him. Well, he hasn't gone for the move, so that's good news for us. Okay, in that case, I think now we can. Yeah, I think now we can move the pawn here to e5. We'll be kicking his bishop away. Alright. He's still keeping the same line of attack. But at least we've gained a bit more control of the center here. So, yeah. That at least worked for us. Okay. Now, how can we make our mark here? Let me know, guys. What would be your next move here? Because now, I think I'm gonna take a while here figuring out my next move. So let me go. So let me know right now, guys. What would you play in this situation? What would your move be? I think mine is gonna revolve. Yeah, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. Um, yeah. No, I can't do that. Alright. Yeah. They, I'm not sure what to do. I am not sure what my next move should be. So yeah, guys, let me know. What would you have done in this situation? Because, I'm not sure where to go. What should we do in this case? What is a piece that we could... Yeah, what is a piece that we could strengthen? Alright. I think we'll move the rook here to b8. I think that's what we'll do. He's very well protected here. He has the two knights here occupying some important positions here on the board. Although the knight here on d2 is blocking the queen from the d file. But he's been very successful in limiting my play here because I am struggling to identify a next move. So let's see if he makes a mistake and he makes life easier for us. Let's see. Although with that being said, yeah, with that being said, I also don't have the worst position ever, right? I'm also doing quite alright, I think, in that aspect. So, I would say that. Okay. So what's this angle here? What do we wanna do here? Okay. Yeah, I think we'll ignore that. We've seen that he's trying to provoke an exchange here of knights, but since I can't see the long-term play, I'm guessing this would be of benefit to him. So I don't think we will fall into his trap. So instead, we will what will we do? Yeah, I can't see what he's getting at here, so no worries, we will leave that and we will focus elsewhere on the board. Okay. Let's open up the game a bit more because right now it's feels like it's very tight, so let's move the pawn here to f5. Hopefully I have enough protection here. With the knight, if he takes the knight here on e7, I'll just take back and I won't have lost much in terms of my position. So yeah, let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Right, so he's taking it. Okay. We will take back. Do we need to take back with the knight here, or should we use the queen here instead? But then what would be the next move for the queen? Yeah, I don't think we'll do that. We'll just take it back with the knight. Again, now I'm getting conscious of my time. 13 minutes left. This game is very strategic right now, so again, I'm at the risk of losing more time, so I'll have to pick it up. And as we know, I'm not the best keeper of time, so yeah. Okay. He didn't take my pawn here on f5, so in that case, thinking, shall we make life harder for him? Yeah, but I think first we need to I think first we need to that's alright, we'll take. Yeah. Let's not overthink this one. We will take. I was thinking of moving the knight to then make sure that the queen here isn't blocked, but it's fine. So we will take, and now we will threaten his bishop on g3 by playing knight to f5. Yeah, I think now I'm starting to see a pathway. I'm starting to see a few possibilities that I may be able to explore. At some point, playing the bishop here on c8 to b7, and having this long corridor here, potentially aiming at the pawn here on g2 if I choose to play bishop to b7. And then I can also, yeah, I think that'll be the next move, because then I can also move my pawn up. Then I can also move my pawn up to oh, it's not so straightforward, is it? Because now I can also move my pawn up to d5. But let's see, I think I'm counting more so on any mistakes that my opponent will make, so we can capitalize on them. So let's see how this plays out. Yep, so as planned, we will play the bishop here to b7. What do you guys think of the position that I'm in now, guys? Am I in the more advantageous position? Or is it my opponent? Right, okay. So he moved his queen up. What could I do here? Okay, I think we will go ahead and let's squeeze here his knight on e4. Hopefully I didn't make a blunder here that I'm not seeing, or making a mistake that my opponent may be able to capitalize on. So let's hope that's not the case here. So there you go, my speculative rating at 1307. It's looking pretty accurate right now. I mean, my opponent is at 1312 and he's giving me quite the game, so yeah, my rating is looking quite fair, quite accurate right now. So I think we finally determined where I sit in the Lichess chess rankings. So yeah. Let's try to add to this rating, right, by a few more. It'd be great to be at the mid 1300s. And actually, I also will pose this question to you guys as well. What do you guys think it's a respective rating, right? It's a respectable, shall I say, a respectable rating, right, in this world of chess? Would it be somewhere around 1500? Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so he's decided to come here and pose a threat to my bishop on b7. So in that case, right, interesting turn of events here. Yeah. Very interesting turn of events here, so I need to watch what I do. But yeah, I think we're gonna go all out war, guys. Let's get the show on the road. And he has much more time on the timer than I do, so it'll be in my best interest to open this game up. So let's go. Let's play pawn to e4. He will have seen here that my rook is at risk on b8, but he wouldn't do that because if he does that, then he loses the queen here on d3. I think this is a turning point of the game, guys. If it's not, let me know what you think the turning point of the game was from your perspective, but from where I'm standing, you can pause the game right here, take a screenshot, or even go one move backwards actually, and take a screenshot and let me know, what you would have done in my position. How would you have played it? This is definitely the turning moment. Should even think of it. If he takes, I actually would be at a disadvantage because if he takes my bishop here on b7 and I take the queen, then he plays next, and then he can take my queen here on d8, and then I would just take, then I would just take the I think we're okay actually. So he hasn't gone for it. So in this case, we will take his bishop here on g3. Let's see what his next move here is, guys. Yeah, he has some thinking to do now. Hopefully, he also runs out on his time, so we can have somewhat matching times. What do you guys think is the best move for my opponent to make here? Yeah, he obviously has to do that. Otherwise, I could have taken his rook here on f1. Now, how should I proceed? Yeah. Alright, yeah, I think I need to, Oh, I know how to proceed, actually. Yep, I saw it. I know exactly how to proceed. We will move the bishop here to, c8. That way we are protecting here the pawn on a6. If he tries to play his knight, yeah, he would have done that. But if he tries to play his knight to e6 and threaten both my rook and my queen, I can take. So I think this was definitely the best move for me. Alright, he's taken my pawn. So on that note, we will take either his bishop or his knight. Yep, now this game's getting interesting. Getting very interesting here. So, let's see how this unfolds. What do you guys think? Who's at advantage here? Me or my opponent? He has a combination of a bishop and a knight, and I have two bishops. In this kind of game, I'd say that he's at a slight advantage because obviously of the pieces that he has. But yeah, I think it really depends on the kind of game. I think if it's a tighter game, I think you're better suited to have a knight. But I think if it's a not such a tight game, then more of a long range, then obviously it's more beneficial to have bishops. And we definitely know what we'll do in this case. So, all right, yep. So this is the dilemma that I was faced with earlier. So in this case, yeah, I think the best move for me here would be to take with the queen 100%. Now he has to exchange here. And I think I'll be at an advantage. I think I'll have an extra piece. Right. So, shall we? I think we shall. Yeah, we'll just take the knight here. Let him choose if he wants to exchange queens. My time really is running out here, so I'm gonna have to be much more decisive. You know, play at a much more, at a faster rate that I'm more comfortable than playing. Right. In that case, shall we go attack? If I move the pawn up to e3, that'll make him take his pawn. Yeah, let's do it. Let's mess with his pawn structure here. Let's create some chaos here, alright. Yeah, I think in this case we do have to take. We have to exchange rooks here. Oh, he didn't take with a rook here. That's an interesting move. That's a very interesting move. Right. On that note, I don't believe we will definitely, yeah, I think we will check. But how will we check him is the question. Okay, yeah, let's play queen to c4. Okay, we've created a checking situation now. I can keep checking him. And I think we will do that. So let's check him here on, or check him from F7, should I say? Okay. That will give us the opportunity to move the bishop. Let's threaten his queen here on C2. Okay. Now let's move our rook here to D8. I feel like we're hunting him right now. Right, I just see the move that he's trying to play. That's all good. No problem. No problem. Would that be wise if I play rook? So, I mean bishop to D3, threaten his rook. No, I don't think we will do that. Let's play rook to oh right, that's what he's trying to do, yeah. We see what he's trying to do now. Yeah. Let's play rook to E8. My time's running out and I'm at an advantage, so I'm gonna have to go all out now. I'm just gonna have to play and more than likely make a few mistakes. That's the position that I've now put myself in. So well played. I didn't see that. Well, we all know where I went wrong here. So yeah. Can we still recuperate something here? Or is that a no? Perhaps we can, guys. Perhaps we can. Let's see how this plays out. Let's say that he takes. Oh, so he didn't take. That's good news to me. We have to rush now. Think he messed up. 48 seconds left on my time. Let's see how I make use of this 48. Actually, I know what my next move will be, and that will be rook to f8, cause the queen to move out of the way, completely out of the f file. And hopefully we will be closer to mating our opponent. Well, not mating our opponent. You know what I mean. Well, mating. There you go, mating in the game of chess. Not in the game of life. So. Oh, right, I didn't see that. He tried. I did not see that. Yeah, we'll play here. Shall we play here? Yes, we shall. Oh, my time is greatly running out. Oh, he can take my bishop. I didn't even see that. Yeah, I don't think I have much of a choice anyway. I've clearly lost some time here, so yeah, I've clearly lost some time. Oh, he didn't go for it. In the end, wow, that's interesting. Let me see. Bummer. I lost some time. Yeah, we're gonna have to rematch. We are going to have to rematch, buddy. Let's see if you accept the rematch. Come on, let's strike while the iron's hot. If not, I am logging off, guys. I want to hear your comments. Losing this game was not fun. So let me know where I went wrong. I think it's obvious where I went wrong again. I've said it multiple times, right, during the stream, how I need to improve my timekeeping. That's one of my biggest weaknesses, and again, it has cost me. You know, my timekeeping has cost me this match. So I think that's where my downfall was. Guys, let me know what you think it was. I don't think he's gonna take my rematch. Yep. I don't think he's gonna take my rematch. So on that note, guys, it's been grand. Let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts on this match, on what you just witnessed, how I could improve, what you think the turning point of the game was. Put it all down in the comments, guys. Yeah, apart from my timekeeping, which is pretty obvious to me, tell me how you think I could improve my overall game. I don't think I'm that bad, and also, as you can see on the rating, it's speculating. Well, not speculating. I'm down minus 36, so my speculative rating is not 1307, but at what? So I think that's what that is. Mm, 1289? No, 1291 maybe. Not 1291, sorry, 1281. I think 1281, right? My math stuff, guys. I'm rattled. So, anyways, guys, let me know, and yeah. I mean, I can say that the journey has been good, although the destination not so much so. So yeah, catch you guys next time.